키토 다이어트를 시작하기로 결심한 사람들조차도 포화지방 섭취를 두려워합니다. 기름진 고기를 정말 그렇게 마음껏 먹어도 되는지, 고기를 굽고 난 후 허옇게 굳는 기름을 먹으면 혈관이 막히는 것은 아닌지 의심합니다. 사람들이 그런 인식에서 왜 쉽사리 벗어나지 못하는지는 충분히 이해합니다. 우리는 오랫동안 하얀 가운을 입은 의사들이 고기의 지방은 혈관을 막고 심장병을 유발한다는 말을 수도 없이 들어왔으니까요. 제이슨 펑 박사는 신뢰할 만한 여러 논문을 근거로 제시하며 포화지방에 대한 사람들의 우려가 명백히 잘못되었음을 지적합니다.
Since the 1960s, doctors have been saying that we should avoid this to prevent heart disease. But I'm going to review the surprising results of the recent evidence that shows that saturated fat does not actually cause heart disease. One of the big trends over the last few years is the ketogenic diet that has said you don't have to worry that eating too much saturated fat and total fat might cause heart disease. And surprisingly, the cardiologists agree. I'm going to review this article, which was published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology in August of 2020. It's a state-of-the-art review, which means that all the top cardiologists, the top heart specialists, got together to discuss should we place limits on how much saturated fat we eat. And the surprising conclusion they came to is this. This is their abstract, which says that many years of studies have shown that there's actually no beneficial effects of reducing saturated fat on heart disease. Instead, they found that people who ate more fat tended to be protected against stroke. This illustration from this paper shows that the previous advice was to limit how much saturated fat you ate. But when they look at all the studies that have been done over the last 50 years, that you really have to look not just at the saturated fat in the food, but the whole food altogether to determine whether or not it's healthy or not. Most saturated fat comes from whole fat dairy, from red meat, and from dark chocolate, which are complex food matrices that tend to have a lot of saturated fat. And when you study these foods, these natural fats, it's clear that there's no increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, or stroke. So what these top heart specialists are calling for in this state-of-the-art review is that we should make recommendations not on specific nutrients, but we should base them on foods. We shouldn't be avoiding fat because we don't eat fat. We eat foods. We eat dairy, we eat meats, we eat breads. These are foods. You have to look at the whole food in context. And when you look at those, there's no reason to avoid full-fat dairy, red meat, or dark chocolate. And that's their conclusion after coming together and discussing it, and we'll go through the evidence why. Let's go back in time and see how we got to this point. In 1977, the American government released a document, the Dietary Guidelines, and in it they specifically recommended to avoid eating too much fat, too much saturated fat, and too much cholesterol. But the evidence to support this statement was not very strong. It was based on just a few observations from an influential researcher. This was a 7-country study, and in it, it shows the association between countries that ate a lot of saturated fat and their rate of heart disease. But it wasn't quite true because the data was cherry-picked. When you looked at all the countries that had data available, the correlation was very weak. But nevertheless, the American government felt that they had to make some kind of recommendation, so they hastily made that recommendation to avoid eating too much fat and too much dietary fat. And this led to the change in habits from eating, for example, animal fats, which are high in saturated fats, and things such as butter. And instead, we were recommended to eat lots of margarine as a replacement, which was made from unsaturated fats or vegetable oils.
미국의 경우를 예로 들었지만 우리나라의 상황도 전혀 다르지 않았습니다. 좋은 지방과 나쁜 지방의 구분 없이 지방 섭취를 최소화할 것을 권장했고 그 영향으로 인해 탄수화물 섭취 비율은 높아져만 갔습니다. 그렇다면 시간이 많이 흐른 현재는 달라졌을까요? 물론 지금은 예전처럼 버터 대신 마가린을 먹는 사람이 없지만 포화지방을 바라보는 인식 자체는 크게 달라지지 않은 것 같습니다. 질병관리청 사이트에 기재된 건강한 체중을 위한 식이조절이라는 글의 일부를 그대로 옮겨보겠습니다. 최종 수정일자가 2022년 4월 12일이니 그리 오래되지 않은 글입니다. 포화지방을 과다 섭취할 경우 동맥경화를 유발하는 나쁜 콜레스테롤과 혈전을 증가시켜 심근경색과 뇌졸중의 발생 위험을 높이는 문제가 생깁니다. 이것이 얼마나 말도 안 되는 주장인지는 뒤에서 더 살펴보겠습니다. 그뿐만이 아닙니다. 이상지질혈증 환자들을 위해 기재한 글을 살펴보면 질병관리청은 이 질병의 주요 원인을 과도한 포화지방 섭취라고 설명하고 있습니다. 이 표를 보면 주의식품으로 버터, 돼지기름, 소기름 등의 동물성 포화지방을 쇼트닝, 마가린과 구분 없이 같은 카테고리에 묶어놨다는 걸 확인할 수 있습니다. 더 충격적인 사실은 옥수수유, 대두유, 해바라기유 같이 건강에 치명적인 식물성 기름을 더 나은 식품으로 소개하고 있다는 것입니다. 이는 포화지방에 대한 정부의 인식이 몇십 년 전 과거에 머물러 있으며 최신 과학 트렌드를 전혀 반영하지 않고 있음을 보여줍니다.
It's also important to distinguish between the saturated fat in our diets and the amount of saturated fatty acids in our blood. Because when we look at the science, we see that the amount of saturated fat in our blood is more related to the amount of carbohydrate that we take through the process of de novo lipogenesis. De novo lipogenesis is where the body takes excess carbohydrates and the liver will turn that into fats for storage, and these tend to be saturated fats in the blood. All of this that I'm going over in this video can also be found in that article, so you can have a look at it if you're interested for more details. The reason the low-fat diet was thought to reduce heart disease is because it could lower the LDL cholesterol, and the LDL cholesterol was associated with the rate of heart disease. But newer research has shown that it's not quite that simple, because these lower fat diets tend to reduce the larger LDL particles, which are not thought to cause heart disease. On the flip side, we know that things such as diabetes and other metabolic diseases contribute hugely to the risk of heart disease, and the amount of dietary saturated fat is actually not related to the level of blood saturated fat, because in fact it tracks much more closer to the amount of carbohydrates we take in through that process of de novo lipogenesis. And therefore, higher dietary fat intake is going to be associated with a lower saturated fat in the blood, whereas increased carbohydrates in the diet are going to be increasing the amount of saturated fat in the blood, exactly the opposite of what you would think. The high levels of palmitoleic acid, a type of saturated fat, in fact is associated with a 67% increased risk of heart disease and a 52% increased risk of stroke. The other thing that became clear over the last 50 years of research is that a food is more than just the macronutrients it contains, the carbs, the proteins, and the fats, because there are differences between fats and the types of fats that are in it. And it's an interaction between the naturally occurring components and the unhealthy components which are induced by processing. This is best illustrated in the whole trans fat debacle. In the 1950s, vegetable oils were recognized to lower our serum cholesterol and therefore thought to be heart healthy. This led to a huge movement away from butter, and we are encouraged for our heart's sake to eat more margarine. In order to stabilize that margarine, these vegetable oils were hydrogenated, which created trans fats. So in our effort to protect our heart, we are actually eating the trans fats that are now known to cause heart disease.
저는 어렸을 때 버터를 거의 본 적이 없습니다. 빵에는 늘 마가린을 발라 먹었고 당시에는 잘 몰랐지만 지금 생각해보면 어른들도 버터보다 마가린이 건강에 더 나은 음식이라는 인식이 있었던 것 같습니다. 식물성 기름은 영어로 vegetable oil, 즉 채소 기름이라고 불립니다. 식용유와 마가린에 대한 사람들의 거부감이 적은 이유는 마치 건강에 좋을 것 같은 착각을 일으키는 그 이름 때문입니다. 그리고 이미 우리의 식생활에서 떼어낼 수 없을 만큼 필수 식재료가 되었기 때문에 그냥 어쩔 수 없다고 생각하고 드시는 분들이 많습니다. 이 기름이 얼마나 많은 가공 과정을 거치는지, 우리 몸을 어떻게 파괴하는지에 대해서는 차후 다른 영상을 통해 다뤄보도록 하겠습니다.
In the 1980s and 1990s, all the nutritional authorities, the doctors, kept emphasizing that you should eat very low fat. But slowly over those decades, it was clear that this initial guess, because there was no evidence to actually support that, was not correct. In 1997, a very large study called the Nurses' Health Study out of Harvard showed that no matter how much fat you ate, it wasn't related to the risk of heart disease. In 2001, top researchers from the Harvard Medical School wrote, "It is now increasingly recognized that the low-fat campaign has been based on little scientific evidence and may have caused unintended health consequences." We were starting to see study after study that showed that foods high in fat, things like nuts, avocados, olive oil, the Mediterranean diet, for example, were not unhealthy, they were actually extremely healthy. In 2009, another published extensive review of all the literature to date showed that total amount of fat you ate, the amount of saturated fat, and the amount of unsaturated fat had no correlation to your risk of heart disease. And the study shows that these hazard ratios are close to 1, which means that there's no risk or benefit with eating any of these foods. Other studies began to show that eating more saturated fat was actually protective against heart disease and stroke. This study broke 58,000 people into 5 different groups. Quintile 1, which ate the least saturated fat, and quintile 5, which ate the most saturated fat. When they followed them over time, the group that ate the most saturated fat had an adjusted odds ratio of about 0.7 to 0.8, meaning they had 20 to 30% less heart disease, less stroke, and less total mortality compared to those who ate the least saturated fat. Looking at these studies, you might see that eating saturated fat might actually be protective.
여기서 말하는 포화지방이 어떤 음식을 말하는지, 우리가 주로 먹는 음식을 예로 들어 다시 한번 상기시켜 드리겠습니다. 소고기, 돼지고기의 지방과 그것을 구울 때 나오는 기름, 보기만 해도 혈관이 막힐 것 같다고 하는 곱창, 대창 등의 내장육, 지방을 제거하지 않은 치즈, 버터 같은 유제품이 있습니다. 닭, 오리 등 가금류 고기와 기름기가 많은 생선에는 불포화지방의 함량도 높지만 역시 포화지방이 풍부한 식품으로 꼽을 수 있습니다. 포화지방이 많은 식물성 식품은 코코넛 오일이 대표적이고 아보카도와 카카오 함량이 높은 다크 초콜릿 등이 있습니다. 이런 음식들은 혈관을 막지도 살을 찌우지도 않습니다. 또 한 가지 사람들이 많이 하는 오해는 소기름이나 돼지기름은 상온에서 허옇게 굳기 때문에 혈관을 막는 반면 굳지 않는 오리기름은 건강에 좋을 것이라는 인식입니다. 이것은 도가니를 먹으면 무릎이 좋아지고 동물의 성기를 먹으면 정력이 좋아진다고 생각하는 것과 비슷한 맥락입니다. 지방의 소화 과정을 생각한다면 그것은 정말 말도 안 되는 허황된 주장일 뿐입니다. 상온에서 굳는지 여부는 그 기름의 녹는 점과 관련이 있으며 그런 특징은 우리 혈관에 아무런 영향을 미치지 않습니다.
This reflects what was called in the 1980s and 1990s the French paradox. The French people were eating a lot of whole fat dairy and had a lot less heart disease than other countries. So this seemed to be paradoxical if you thought that saturated fat caused heart disease. How could these people eat so much saturated fat and not get heart attacks? And the answer is quite clear in retrospect that the saturated fat in these natural foods was not causing heart disease, and there was no paradox after all. In 2017, the largest epidemiologic study was published in The Lancet. It covered 18 countries, 135,000 people, and followed them over 7 years. It measured how much saturated fat, total fat, and carbohydrates they ate, and compared that to the rates of heart disease. You can see that the risk of heart disease, looking at total fat and saturated fat, tended to go down as you ate more saturated fat. When you look at carbohydrates, as you ate a higher and higher percentage of your diet from carbohydrates, the higher your risk of heart disease. So eating the fat did not seem to lead to heart disease, but eating a very high percentage of carbohydrates might in fact do that. The conclusion from a review by these heart specialists of all the evidence that has accumulated over the last 50 years is that eating more natural fats and natural saturated fats, such as might be recommended in the keto diet, for example, is not going to lead to more heart disease, but in fact could be protective against stroke. And if you're doing well with it and losing weight, there's no reason to think that you're going to have unhealthy consequences. Whole fat dairy has also been linked to less diabetes. So as opposed to our previous recommendation of making sure you ate low-fat dairy, if you eat full-fat cheese, full-fat milk, it does not lead to an increased risk of heart disease, but could protect you against something like diabetes, which does raise your risk of heart disease.
이렇게 혈관을 막는 체내 지방을 생성하는 범인은 포화 지방이 아닌 탄수화물입니다. 저는 키토 다이어트를 지지하지만 탄수화물 자체를 악마화하고 싶은 마음은 없습니다. 표현이 애매하긴 하지만 적당한 탄수화물 섭취가 건강에 해롭다고 생각하지 않습니다. 하지만 우리의 식생활에서 탄수화물, 특히 소화 흡수가 빠른 가공 탄수화물이 차지하는 비중이 얼마나 커졌는지 살펴볼 필요가 있습니다. 우리는 살이 찐다며 밥은 반 공기만 먹지만 식사 후에는 카페에서 달달한 쿠키와 케이크를 디저트로 먹습니다. 고기와 냉면을 먹고 나서도 볶음밥은 빼먹을 수 없는 K디저트입니다. 살찌는 것이 싫어 제로 음료를 선택하지만 달달한 과일에 설탕까지 가득 더해진 탕후루는 포기 못합니다. 요즘 유행하는 대형 라면과 빵을 보면 사람들은 고탄수화물 음식을 그저 일종의 오락거리로 생각하는 것 같습니다. 당신의 혈관을 막는 건 삼겹살과 대창에서 나오는 기름이 아닌 아무런 경각심 없이 먹었던 엄청난 양의 탄수화물입니다. 이상한 다이어트였습니다.